Applause by Lady Gaga.
Alexa, 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 a round of applause.
Sorry, I don't know.
Alexa, give me a round of applause. Shithead.
Okay.
That was close. Oh, I'm glad he was able to stop his Alexa from playing that song. Oi.
Wow. All right.
Should we try again? No, I'm just kidding.
We're already live.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Nuts.
Well, hello, everybody.
This is
Hello,
Nikki
everybody.
Wonderlick. No, I'm just kidding.
That was Haley saying this is Nikki Wonderlick. This is actually Nikki Wonderlick talking now.
Yeah.
Welcome to my stream.
Wow. Oh man.
As you probably can see by the title, we are going to talk about our experiences in public school versus the blind school. Thomas, did you go to public school at all?
No, although I wish I did. This way I could have come home every night. But anyway, I went to Perkins School for the Blind, which is in Watertown, Massachusetts. I went there from 2002 to 2012, so I went there for 10 years. And my experience was not good. I did not like going there. The hardest part for me was being away from home because I lived 3 hours away from that school, and it was really hard for me. Also because there are day students there, and they got to go home every night. So a lot of times I would think, damn, they get to go home and see their parents every night, but I don't get to go home and see my parents every night. And so that was the hardest part for me about being there, was being away from home.
So you didn't like it one bit at all?
Nope.
Wow.
Okay. Haley.
Yes.
Did you go to public school at all?
I did. I lost my sight when I was 8.5, so that was like in 3rd grade. So I attended public school from my whole elementary years, and then I went to a public middle school for 3 months, and then I transferred to the Governor Moorhead School, which is the blind school in Raleigh, North Carolina, from Monday, November 7th, 2011, until Friday, June 8th of 2018, when I graduated.
Okay, do you want to talk about your experience in public school versus the blind school?
Yeah. So, of course, when I was in public elementary school before I lost my vision, it was normal. Just a normal average kid going to school. Like, really. It wasn't nothing all different. The cool thing that I liked when I was in elementary school before I lost my sight was I was on a soccer team at the time, which was really fun. I got some athleticism out of me, so that was cool. Doing the rest of my elementary years being blind was hard because I didn't know how to get around and everything, but lucky enough in 4th grade I got introduced to the white cane, and I got introduced to Braille, so I'm like, wow, I actually had to learn how to read all over again. So that was nice. But when I went to public middle school, it was a nightmare. Because I would have to, most likely, I would have to carry a Braille writer with me everywhere. Lucky enough, someone offered to carry it for me, but that should have not have been the case. And when I wanted to learn my Braille, focus more on my Braille, have either you or Thomas ever heard of a device called a Braille Plus?
No.
Thomas, have you ever heard of a Braille Plus?
Thomas?
Did we lose Thomas?
It shows he's still here, but he's not talking.
Maybe he accidentally muted himself?
Maybe.
I'm here.
Oh,
there you. Okay, sorry. What I was asking, Thomas, have you ever heard of this device called a Braille Plus?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's a piece of garbage. That's what I would say. Because, so, around the time, I literally wanted to continue learning my Braille so I could read and write on my own, right?
It's garbage.
Uh-huh.
Well, technically, it's like a book player, a Bookport Plus or a Victor Reader, kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
That's technically what it is. But
Okay.
the VI teacher, she was always about teaching me how to use a Braille Plus when I advocated for myself, asking, "Can we please work on Braille today?"
Okay.
And she was obsessed with that Braille Plus, and it was ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, so I'm not getting anything out of this. So during that time, my mom was like filling out paperwork and everything for me to go to get up accepted for the blind school, and I hoped I was going to because I wanted to get out of there ASAP.
Really?
And yes, and when I was in that public middle school, I was happening to be going to the same school as my blind friend that I met in 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
And we were stuck on a bus together where we had assigned seats, so wherever we sat, that's where we would be. Like, we couldn't change seats. And unfortunately, him and I got stuck together, and a lot of people was kind. I wouldn't say bullying because we didn't take it that way, but they kind of made fun of us because they thought we were dating.
Who's Bill?
I didn't say Bill. I said a friend of mine from 4th grade.
Oh.
I didn't say his name, but his name is not Bill.
Oh, okay.
He's totally blind like me, and all we did was I was sitting on the bus listening to my iPod shuffle, and he was playing his
Oh
Game
yeah,
Boy.
the good old
and then
iPod shuffle.
And then of course everyone thought we were dating because we were the only 2 blind people in the whole school sitting next to each other. I'm like, how does it mean anything?
I'm sorry, I thought you said you and Bill.
I don't know where you got Bill from, but that's
Yeah, I don't
fine.
know either.
Who knows?
But so that happened a few times. So that was annoying. So when I found out I got accepted to the blind school, I was more happy than anything.
Yeah.
Of course, he was upset with me for leaving leaving that school because he was the only blind person there. I'm like, well, sorry, it was time for me to get out of there.
There you go.
So right before we decided to apply for me to actually go to school there, I went to the summer camp, and the summer camp was really fun.
Nice.
We made brownies and cookies. We practiced independent living
Ooh.
skills like folding towels and making up the bed, dusting, and some other things. And I loved it there. Not only that we were learning like actual like math, science, English, social studies, whatever. We were also learning like stuff to be independent and stuff. And there was also sport teams we can participate in. And I was very involved with the blind school because I don't mean to brag, but I did get perfect attendance throughout high school, 9th grade through 12th. I love school so much, I refused to go home. So like if I was sick enough, like not where I had a fever, I would not go home. Or like after like concerts, some students would go home because they wanted to, if their parents were there. Like, yeah, I'll go home. My mom would ask me all the time, "Do you want to go home?" Nope, never. So I was just that type of kid, and I was also involved with the student body. I was a homeroom representative through in my 9th and 11th grade year. I was student body vice president my 10th grade year, and I was student body president during my 12th grade year.
Oh, wow.
And during my senior year, me and my boyfriend, who I'm currently with now, we both got prom king and queen for our senior prom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Nice.
by the time I graduated from GMS, my GPA was a 3.22, which was a B average. I was really
Nice.
happy with that. I did not expect to get a 3.5 at all. I expected to get at least a 3.0 or higher, and I got that. So I'm pleased.
Nice.
I was a hardworking student. I was dedicated to my school's environment, and of course, like the student council activities and all that. And I helped out quite a bit. So
Cool.
I do not regret at all leaving public school. Not at all.
Huh.
Do I regret not going to GMS for elementary? I can't say yes because I never heard of it until during one of my IEPs. So a staff mentioned to my mom at the time, like about Governor Moorhead. So that's how we found out about it. Now, the thing that about me, you guys know what IEPs are, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, me, and if my mom was in the room, she could tell you, I refused, and I will say this again, I refused to go to my IEP meetings because
Why?
I would probably be bored out of my mind just by sitting there. So whenever my mom would ask me, like from like elementary up to middle school, do you want to go to your IEP? No. But in high school, she kind of not made me go, but she said it would probably be in your best interest to go. I'm like, okay. So I actually go to my IEPs in high school, and they weren't terrible at all. They weren't. They weren't that bad, actually. I heard a lot. The staff had a lot of good things to say about me. So, my overall experience between blind school versus public school, I wouldn't have it any other way of going to a blind school.
Me either.
I wouldn't. I enjoyed it a lot. I was very active and very involved with the blind school than I would have been in my public school.
Personally, I wish I would have gone sooner to the blind school, but I didn't know about it till when I went till my IEP in 6th grade.
Oh, so you didn't go until 6th grade?
Yeah.
You're like me, Nikki, because that's when I first started to go there too. That's cool. At least you technically went to your blind school around the same time I did, grade wise. And you said you met Mike in the blind school, right?
Yeah.
How long has he gotten there, or when did he start going there?
Actually, what happened is we met during summer school at the blind school.
Okay.
They had like a summer camp that you could go to.
Oh yeah, like ours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we met there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Alex Gomez.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
App Store. iTunes Store.
Not Alex Roberto, a different one.
Right.
Double tap to open.
So, Thomas,
Yo.
I'm curious about something now. Besides not seeing your parents or going home every day, what's another thing that you didn't like about the blind school besides not going home every day?
The food.
The food?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, JMS's food wasn't that great either, but every so often they did have really good food.
Uh-huh.
I would tolerate their food, but like most of their breakfast food would always be like toast and cereal and oatmeal, which, by the way, I despise oatmeal. It's disgusting.
What does JMS stand for?
I said, wait, did I say JMS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
I meant to say GMS. Sorry.
GMS. What does that stand for?
Governor Moorhead School.
Oh, okay.
JMS. Jefferson Moorhead School. Nuts. No. Justin Smith School for the Blind. Not. Yeah, no,
So
my bad.
The food wasn't good, huh?
Every so often it was good. Like for instance, their burgers were good. Oh, here's an interesting fact that you guys probably never heard of. The school is built next door to a prison.
Oh, so is ours.
I think it was a women's prison, I believe.
Okay.
And actually, I'm surprised this person didn't get in trouble for it. This person actually said, "When can I go visit the prison next door?"
What?
I guess because they hated the school so much, they wanted to go see if the actual prison next door was actually better. Because some students actually called Governor Moorhead School a prison because, like, the house parents, the rules they had were so ridiculous. I'm like, okay.
No kidding.
Yes, just again, some of the food wasn't that great. The house parents, just the rules were bizarre. So I was like, okay. But that's really about it. And of course, every so often there was drama.
Yeah,
but of course,
some
I try to
people
stay
in my
out of
school
it.
called our school the Braille Jail.
Save the drama.
The Braille Jail.
Save the drama for your mama.
Nuts. Don't do that either. Oh
Okay.
jeez. But also I did attend the Perkins School for the Blind for the College Access program for 9 months, which is technically around the same amount of time for a regular school year.
What year,
Uh,
bro?
I graduated at GMS from 2018, and I started the College Access program on August 20th of 2018,
Wow.
and it was over on May 18th, I believe, of 2018. That was the very,
Wow.
in fact, that was the very first year they started that program. So I was part of the pilot.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep, and it was great. We got some academic skills. We got some technology skills,
So you've been moving. You've
orientation
been
and mobility,
yes.
and independent living. Hmm?
So you've been living in Massachusetts since August of 2018, huh?
Technically, yes. 2018, 2019, that was technically the year I did the program. And by that time, that's when my mom asked me, oh, like, what do you think about us moving to Massachusetts? Blah, blah, blah.
Huh.
And yeah, technically, that's around that same time. February, we were living in my mom's boyfriend's old house. And then 2 months later, we got the apartment. And then we lived in that apartment for a year. And then, just like a couple weeks ago, we've been living in this new house.
Right. But when in 2018 did you move to Massachusetts?
Well, I considered us technically already living there since I was already in the program per se. But if you wanna like think about like of us actually moving up there, I would say probably think like January something,
Oh wow.
where stuff was actually being moved up and everything.
Uh-huh.
Well, technically, all of our stuff was already up there by like late January, early February. Just some stuff was in storage.
Yeah.
Um, right before we got the apartment, and then
When did you
everything
get
got moved into the apartment.
when did you get the apartment? Like what month?
April 12th, 2019.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. So wait. So you moved up there January of 2018, right? And then what happened? Where were you living?
Around that time, that's when like stuff from like North Carolina was being moved up and stuff. We were staying at my mom's boyfriend's old house that he owned.
Okay.
Um, and most of our stuff was in storage because it would fit in the house. And
Okay.
then 2 months later, on April 12th, we got the apartment, and we moved our
Huh.
stuff in there. We were there for a year, and now we're here.
Okay.
Hey, that rhymed. We lived there for a year, and now we're here.
We lived there for a year, now we're here. Next.
See, hey, that rhymed kind of. That's cool. But no, yeah, that's how all that went down.
Okay.
Oh, fell into place pretty quickly.
So you say everything was being moved up there January of 2018. So did you guys like have a place to live? Oh wait, you lived at your mom's old boyfriend's house, or not?
Yes. Well, not old boyfriend. His old house.
Okay.
I say old house because he doesn't have it anymore, of course. But
So as stuff was being moved up there, you guys were already living in his house, or
yes, yeah.
Okay.
She was sleeping in his room, and I was sleeping in their spare room,
Okay.
which was not my own bed.
You guys moved into his house January of 2018, you said?
I think it was January, if not. No, actually, no. By the time we got into his house, it was in February.
Okay.
I think it was like late
Anyway-
January,
any-
early February.
Anyway,
Like,
so then you went to
yeah.
Perkins in August of 2018. Okay.
Yep, it was really nice. The food actually we got from Perkins wasn't that bad, to be quite honest. But most of the time, whenever we would get Parmesan or something, it would always we would think it'd be chicken parm, but it wasn't. It was like spinach or something. Like, what the heck is this? No, not spinach. Eggplant.
Oh, eggplant parmesan?
Eggplant parm, and actually it was not that great. I was like, what is this? And most of the time, me and the other 9 students, we wouldn't even eat the food that we got from the kitchen. We just either did Uber Eats or DoorDash,
Oh, really?
or we would take stuff from the freezer and cook ourselves once we got approved for the appliances to cook ourselves.
Okay. So you're 20 now. So you
Mhm.
moved back to North Carolina in 4 years, you said? Not.
Hopefully by the time I'm like 24, 25, or 26.
Okay.
Because I'm most likely to be in my school right now for like 2 or 3 years, and then transfer to a university for my last 2 years. So I should be like 24 or 25 or something like that.
Okay. And you told me when you moved back there, you said your
Mhm.
mom is staying there, right, in Massachusetts, correct?
That's what she wants to do, yes.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got, kid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
the
I
that's
got.
that's that's the plan, Stan.
Shunpike. Not.
Yes. Let's see
Dan
what
Shunpike is a character from Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, cool.
Nikki,
Yes.
is there one thing that you really liked and one thing that you really did not like in the Minnesota school for the blind?
Well, I really enjoyed being in the sports.
Oh,
Hmm.
what sports did you play?
I was in track, cheerleading, swimming, what they call forensics, which is like doing speeches.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Track, cheerleading, swimming, forensics, goalball.
Oh, you were in goalball?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Were you on the wrestling team?
No.
well,
Yeah.
when I was at Perkins, I did the track team. I was a part of the track team, and I was also a part of the swim team.
Did you like that at least?
I liked both. I liked the
Oh,
swim team. I liked the swim team, and I liked the track team.
for my school, we had wrestling, cheerleading, track, and goalball. Now, we had a pool, but after a few years, when I went there for summer camp a few years ago, it doesn't work. The pool
Oh.
literally does not work, which kind of sucks. So,
That does suck.
we didn't have a swim team at all, but the sports I was in, my 10th and 11th grade year, I was on the cheer squad. 7th grade through 12th, I was on the track team. In 10th through 12th, I was on the goalball team.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And 7th grade, when we did track, we had a very small team, so of course we got last place out of everything, because, again, it was very small. 8th grade through 11th, the girls' team got 3rd place every year, which we were pretty impressed by. But my senior year, I got pretty lucky with a lot of stuff. I was president, I was prom queen, and the girls' team got 1st place for the whole track tournament.
Wow.
Nice.
And when I tell you that everyone was practically in tears, even me, I'm not lying, because I was like, okay, we're gonna hear our lucky number, which is 3rd place, because that's what we got every year. They say, like, in 3rd place with this score, whatever. They say the school name. We don't hear our name at all. They say 2nd
Wow.
place, they say a different school, and we're like, what? No. And then they say that they said the champions of the girl team with 189 points of 2018, and then they said Governor Moorhead, and I think a lot of us were jumping, screaming, and crying because
my.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god.
Oh wow.
But the part that was a ripoff, kind of,
Yeah.
there was no trophies.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Nowhere. Like, so they would have a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place trophy for boys and girls, and they would have a sportsmanship trophy, right?
Yeah.
For boys and girls. There was no trophies at all,
Wow.
which I thought was BS. I'm like, what? Like, why? And then, of course, we were told that they didn't order them in time, which I still find that to be a poor excuse. And then, of course, I keep in contact with some other students, and I asked them for the 2019 track tournament. The girls got 1st place again. I'm like, yeah. And my senior year, the guys got 3rd place, and the 2019, the guys got 2nd place. I'm like, did you guys get trophies then? And I don't remember if they did or not. I think they did, but then I was like, did you guys ever get the trophies from last year? They're like, no. I'm like, wow. And unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, they're not able to do anything. They had to postpone the goalball tournament. They had to postpone the track tournament and the Easter Music Festival, which happens to occur every other 2 years.
Wow.
wow.
YouTube.
Yeah, so
Now,
unfortunately,
Hope Rouge. Songs that have touched my life. Attachment.
oh, That's nice. Anyway, yeah. Unfortunately, this year, Governor Moorhead couldn't do a lot of stuff,
Wow.
so I felt bad for them.
Sure.
I
I was also in
I-
choir.
oh, were you?
Yeah.
What were you? A soprano?
No. Lord, no. Alto.
Now, I will admit, I was a soprano. My sixth grade I wasn't in choir, but seventh grade, eighth grade, 9th, 11th, and 12th I was soprano. 10th grade, for some reason, the teacher put me as an alto. I don't know why, but she did. I'm like, okay. And actually, a couple of my videos on my channel from like 4 or 5 years ago, you can tell I was an alto because I'm singing pretty low in those videos. Because they were choir songs. I said I'm gonna practice my choir song called this and that, and then you'll see how low I have to go at the time. So,
Well, don't forget, we still have to do your stream.
excuse me.
I haven't
Yeah.
even talked about my public school versus blind school experience.
Yeah, sorry, I had a lot to say, but no, that's I prefer blind school over public school any day.
Me too.
All right, I'm done. I told you I had a lot to say.
Let me see what time it is. 7:04. I'll make mine quick so we can get to your video. Or I'll
Okay.
try to. In public school, I was bullied pretty much every day. A lot of days I'd come home crying because I'd be bullied. One time, kids went as far as throwing my backpack out of the moving bus. They'd try and trip me. They'd pretend as each other. For example, these two kids, Heidi and Angelica, would pretend as each other. Like Heidi would say, "I'm Angelica," and Angelica would say, "I'm Heidi," in different voices, trying to pretend
Right.
they're each other. Who's playing Check Yes or No?
Thomas.
Thomas, are you trying to get me copyrighted?
Stop.
Are you trying to get her copyrighted? She said.
Jesus.
I'm gonna say that wasn't me.
Oh,
Anyway, go on. Wow. Alex Gomez says yum. Yep, yum what? Okay, anyway.
as I was saying,
Yeah, go on.
um, um, and then I'd tell them, "No, Heidi, you're Heidi. Angelica, you're Angelica." I'd I'd know who each person was.
Right.
And then they'd go, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And for
Oh, I
example, they'd hold
hate
up 3
that.
fingers, and I'd say 3, and they'd go, "No, I'm holding up 4," or "No, I'm holding up 2."
And you can clearly see how many fingers they were holding up, so you're like,
Yeah.
hello? Like, I know you're not holding up 4 fingers. And then by the time you say, I know you're not holding that many, they'll hold up another finger, you'll be like, okay, now you're holding up 4.
Right.
Yeah, I hate people like that. That's annoying.
Right. Um. Um. And one day I got sick of being bullied, and I took my cane right behind where the knee bends
Oh.
and made a girl trip.
Revenge.
This was on our way home.
Dang.
Well, I was sick of her bullying me every day on the way home.
Well, that's fair. I mean, you got your vengeance.
Yep. Now, I do not recommend using your cane as a weapon.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Canes they're not meant to be used for weapons. They are meant to be used as guides
Right.
to help you not run into things.
Exactly.
Now, of course, some people they'll either assume or they would make fun of you saying, "Why are you using a walking stick? Can you not walk without it?" I'm like, "Dude, I can. I would just run into stuff because I can't see." I would get that a few times.
And then at the end, then at my IEP in 6th grade, my public school told me for 7th grade, except for lunch and Fayed, my public school wanted to stick me in one room all day except for lunch and Fayed, with the person that brailled my stuff for me. My mom and I were both like, no way, not happening. And that's when my vision teacher, her name was Rita, told us about the blind school. And I jumped at that opportunity. I was like, I want to go so bad. And my mom was like, and my vision teacher were like, okay. And they said would try me as a day student for the remainder of the 6th grade year to see if I liked it. And I heard about so many things that you could do at the blind school, like all the different sports and different outings you could do if you was a dorm student, like going to Walmart and going out to eat and stuff. And I was like, and so that summer I begged my mom to let me be a dorm student. And so for 7th through 12th grade, I was a dorm student.
Cool. Did you like staying in the dorms better than being a day student?
Yes. Because when I was a day student, I lived 45 minutes away from the blind school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to get up at like 6 something to be ready for the bus. At like 7 something to be to the blind school by before 8.
Mm.
Because the first bell rang at 7:55 and the second bell rang at 8.
Mm.
And they had to pick me up and like 2 or 3 other students. 2 of them came to the blind school, or 3 of them came to the blind school and 1 went to the deaf school, and we had to drop everybody off at the appropriate schools by the time their school started.
Right.
So yeah, I got picked up about 6:45 in the morning. To be to school in time when I was a day student.
Wow. Yeah, for me, because I lived in Winston-Salem at the time, which is like 2 hours away from Raleigh, so there was no way I could have been a day student. No way. Because that's too far.
And then in the afternoon I had to leave my last class like 10-15 minutes early to get to the bus in time
Right.
because it left before the last bell rang, like 10, 15 minutes before the last bell rang.
Why?
Because the other students were in the challenge wing,
Oh, okay.
and they got done earlier.
Okay.
And then we had to go pick up the other student from the or no, we didn't pick up him until Friday. But yeah, so I had to leave my class like 10, 15 minutes early, and I didn't like that because I wanted to stay for the whole class. You know?
Right.
So when I became a dorm student, I was able to stay for the whole length of all my classes, which I liked.
Right. That's fair. If you like being at the blind school and you like being a dorm student, then you should be able to get that opportunity and that privilege to do that.
I was so happy the day my mom told me I could be a dorm student. I literally hugged her and I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I bet you were excited, Nikki.
She didn't like me being so far away from home, but
She was happy for
she
you, I
let me do
assume.
it.
Yeah. I mean, of course, my parents, they weren't a big fan of me living like 2 hours, like being out of school 2 hours away, but they were happy if I was happy, so.
Exactly.
Did we lose Thomas? Because I don't hear him.
He's still here, but he's just not saying anything.
Here I am. I'm not sure why
Oh,
I'm not sure why you couldn't hear me.
were you talking? Because I heard nothing.
Yep, I was. This is God speaking to you. Nah. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
sorry Alexa. Shut up, you. Never mind. I won't say because.
Sorry, the A lady what?
Sorry, the A lady played that song. I don't know why she did that.
I thought you were asking her to play something like, wait a minute, no.
Right?
No, I wasn't asking her to play anything. I don't know why she did that.
Oh, God.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You're all good.
You're all good.
I don't know why she did that.
But no, Nikki, I'm happy for you that your mom
Yeah.
allowed you to do what you wanted to do by going to the blind school. I think that's great. And no regrets?
No regrets.
Yeah, I don't have any regrets either.
Nice.
But it sounds like Thomas does.
Huh.
You said you hated Perkins, so I'm like,
Yep.
I was like, it sounds like he has lots of regrets.
Nope.
Just to clarify, there's no school for the blind in Connecticut? Why not? I would think there would be one in every
I
state.
don't know.
I would think there would be one in every state. No?
Yeah,
Not
you'd think so.
not not here in Connecticut.
Wow.
Did you ever say to your parents at the time, Thomas, like, I don't want to leave home. May I please go somewhere near home? Did you ever ask that?
I never asked that, but they knew I didn't like going there.
Well, if they knew, then why did they keep making it go there?
Well, they thought that it was a good place for me.
I mean, it was probably a good place for you, but did you like it? No. I mean, there's scenarios where someone says, "Oh, I really love it here, but it's not a good environment for you to be in," or it's a really good environment for you to be in, but you can't stand it. There's been a few people that I've known that have that same type of scenario.
Yeah, they thought it was a good place for me.
Now, the Minnesota State Academy for the Blind, which is the name of the blind school in Minnesota, we call it MSAB for short.
At first, my dad was not in agreement with.
Excuse
My
me.
dad didn't want. My mom was all for me going, but my dad's side of the family was not all for me going. And my dad was not. My dad didn't want me to go, but my
But
parents.
you did anyhow.
Well, yeah, my parents. My parents. My parents knew it was a good place for me.
Had pretty good food most of the time. There was some times where the food would be gross, but for the most part, it had pretty good food.
Cool.
Oh my, this might be. Let me ask you guys this: have you guys ever had sweet pizza?
Had what?
Sweet pizza.
No.
Never heard of it.
It's horrible. So every time we would have pizza for lunch on Fridays, right?
Yeah.
Pizza's not supposed to be sweet, okay?
No.
It's not. And they would have pizza and salad. I did not like their salads because they would have like tomatoes, carrots, and all that. It wasn't like oh, you can make your own salad. That would have been better if it was, but it wasn't. They had the nasty salads and they had that sweet pizza.
Well, at
No.
Perkins, there's a salad bar.
At the blind school, there's a salad bar.
Years ago, back in like 2012, 2013, there was one, but then they got rid of it.
Yeah, well, at Perkins, there's a salad bar. Oh, my back.
You all right?
Yeah. So, yeah, Perkins, there's a salad bar.
Yeah, I know there is because we went to Perkins a couple times for track tournaments and Eastern music festivals, and they would always introduce the salad bar. Unfortunately, when I was in the college access program, we were not allowed to interact with the Perkins students. Why? Yeah. I don't know, but we weren't allowed to.
Huh.
So technically, we were isolated from them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my parents knew it was the best place. Blessed. My parents knew it was the best place. My parents knew it was the best place for me. Well, not the best place for me. Not the best place for me. My parents knew it was a good place for me.
There you go.
And like I said, I wish I would have gone to the blind school sooner, but I didn't know about it, so I couldn't have asked to go sooner.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
If I would have known a little bit before sixth grade, I probably would have asked if I would have went like in for fourth or fifth grade, but I'm glad I didn't go until middle school.
8:21 p.m.
Shut up.
Had I known, I probably would have gone a lot sooner.
Yeah.
See. Okay.
Anyways, does anybody have anything else they want to say? Because otherwise we're probably going to wrap this up.
Nope.
So we can get to Haley's video.
Nope.
All I'm going to say is
thanks for having us on,
that,
of course.
Yeah. What I'm going to say is, enjoy what you enjoy what you love. If you prefer to be in a public school, then be in a public school and ask your parents if you can be there, or if you think being in a blind school would be the better option for you, ask that, and then they can see what they can do.
Yeah.
Because for me going again, I have no regrets. I don't.
Me either.
And I would have done it all over again because I had a lot of I had a lot of opportunities. We even went to Disney World back in December of 2017, which was great.
Nice. I didn't have a choice.
We performed there, so.
You know, they just shipped me off there. They just sent me there, and that was it.
Yeah.
Because
But
And if
my
you're
no,
school,
going to a
again, once
school you
again,
don't
I have no
like,
regrets.
because my school
say
district
something.
Right?
and my school district didn't even want to pay for me to go there, but they paid anyway.
Anyway,
I guess they were
everybody,
generous enough.
take care.
Thanks.
God bless.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having us,
You're welcome.
Nikki.
Subscriptions or no?
Let me see what time it is.
It's not late
7:23 p.m.
I think we're gonna get to Haley's video.
already.
Okay.
Anyway, everybody, take care. God bless. Have
Take
a
care, guys.
wonderful evening. And you can catch us in a few minutes on Haley's video.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, and we'll be shooting the breeze on Nikki's channel tomorrow night, and on my channel we'll be making up songs.
Yes. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.